Hello YouTube, welcome back to my channel. It's a new month and so it's a new FlossTube update. I'm a little late this month because we were on vacation. We went on a road trip to, I live in central Pennsylvania, and we went to Pittsburgh and then through Ohio down to Kentucky. We saw the Creation Museum and the Ark Museum. And then from there we went down to visit my brother in North Carolina and then drove back home. So we were gone for about 10 days of just travel and museums and fun, spent some time with the kids. So I have 4 children, but my oldest is 19, so she's more interested in staying home alone than coming with us, so she didn't attend. And then I have my older son who's 13, and then my younger daughter who's 12, and then my youngest is 16 months. He just turned 16 months on the 3rd. So I have a 16-month-old boy and a 19-year-old girl. I have a big gap, but in any case, so we got back last night and I wanted to make sure to do this video update. I have a lot of things to show you, so I'm going to get into it, but one of the things that I did differently, I just switched to a new bullet journal. My old bullet journal ended in June, so I used this a little bit through June, but I used it fully in July. And this actually is a Archer and Olive bullet journal I got for Christmas. I love it so much. But my mom made the book cover for it, which I think is really cool. My mom is very crafty. See, this is it has like a cloth cover, and I thought it would get dirty pretty easily. So she made the cover for it, and then I embroidered the little butterflies on it. I was inspired by Pinterest. This is the only embroidery I'll probably ever do because this girl doesn't like embroidery too much. But anyway, I digress. I am bringing this up because I just added some cross-stitching component to my new bullet journal that I didn't have in my old bullet journal. So I started using it fully in July, but I have my 3 projects in here. So this is my Don't Starve Together project, and I write down how many stitches I do each day, my total stitches for the month, and overall stitches. And then this is my floss that I need and that I have, so it's a really good reference. I also printed out a DMC checklist to show the overall flosses that I need and have, so that I can use that as a reference tool if I'm coming up with new projects. So there's this page, and then on this page I have I use my papering printer that prints out these pages of like black and white photos on paper, and I have my updated progress. So this was, June, and that's July. Now I do it from the date I started in here. On FlossTube I try to do it at the beginning of the month. But I started on the 9th of May, so I update this based on when I started. So it's an actual month, but it's, just a couple days difference. So I'll be putting a new picture in here relatively soon to show my progress. So I thought that was cool. Here's my nativity scene. Here's all my stitching numbers. I didn't grid this one out like I did this one. I thought it was a little busy, so I tried it without the gridding. But I put my totals on the end here, and this is my floss that I need, and then my photo update for the nativity, and then here's the stained glass Zelda project that I'm working on with the floss. This one actually I have almost all the floss for, and then there's my photo project update. So in any case, I think it's pretty cool. I'm going to use this to reference how many stitches I did. I watched some other FlossTubes that people mention that in their videos, how many stitches they did overall for the month, on each project, how many days they worked on it, how many touches they did on it, or however it's worded. So I'm gonna have that there. I also wanted to apologize because I made a comment last month about how 3 projects are enough for me and I don't need any more. And then I proceeded to start 2 more projects this month, and I'm probably going to start a few more next month, so oh well. But anyway, I'm just like the rest of you. And I'm going to try to reference what I can as far as artists and stuff for the different things that I have. Like, for example, my grind guards, which, you know, I got this grind guard and I didn't like it because it's too thick. So it covers too much of the corners. But these other ones I got on eBay are from Blooming Daisies, and they just are the right thickness. They're perfect. But I just don't want to spend the money on more grind guards. So my mommy made me one. She cheated. So she took this one, and she actually had the same print in white, and she made this one. My mother is not a cross stitcher. She actually rolls her eyes at me whenever I show her my projects because she doesn't understand why I'm wasting my time on making video game cross stitch. But she's a quilter, very, very talented quilter, and she's retired, so all she does is quilt. And she's making quilted placemats for the tables right now, and for no reason. She's just making them to make them. So I talked her into letting me open an Etsy store. Hopefully I can give her some love in the future. So okay, anyway, I'm going to talk about my whips, and then I have 2 projects that I started, and I have some stuff I purchased that I thought I'd show you. So my first one is Don't Starve Together. My Don't Starve Together. And this month I stitched on it 4,698 stitches. So the reason I stitched so much on it is because it's all one color. So I'll show you a picture of it last month, and then this is it now. Yeah. So I did a lot. This is all 938. It's 3371, 938. And I'm so sick of stitching brown. So if you can see over here, I started doing some other stuff just to do other stuff because I'm so sick of brown. And I could do more with up here, but it's just so much confetti. It's not fun sometimes to just do 2 stitches and then switch color, 2 more stitches and switch color. But I'm just about done with the don't. I think I have 3 more little stitches to do there. And then this is Wicker Bottom. And I'm sure most of you don't even know who that is or what this game is. It's a good game, but she is my favorite character. Whenever I play this game, I play her. So I'm excited to stitch on her first. She's the showcase. You know, I'm sure you can see it on the photo, but she's the center of the whole photo. So yeah, much love. I do like this piece, but not as much as when I first started it. I'm not feeling love for it right now, and I think it's just because there's just so much brown, so much darkness. Nearing the bottom, I'll be more enthusiastic because there'll be a lot of reds, and I was really excited about all the different shades of reds and color in that. But anyway, that's where we're at for Don't Starve Together. So my plan. So I did 46.98 on stitches. Because I lack motivation, I thought I'd give myself a break. And I plan next month to do around 4,500. So I cut back a little bit, but about the same, 4,500. So we'll see if we can get that done. The thing is, I'm kind of interested in doing some other stuff. I spend a lot of time cross-stitching, like 6 to 8 hours a night, which is such a comfort to me. I just love hanging out in bed with my husband, and he plays video games, and I do all the moral support. I love watching him play, and then I do the cross stitch, and I don't know. I just feel like we're spending too much time sitting around doing that. He's not getting motivated because he's entertaining me. So I need to find other projects. I am going to try to do a video on furniture restoration. I actually got this cabinet that I want to do some painting on. So I'm gonna try. I've never done anything like it, but I've watched a lot of YouTube, so I'm an expert, right? So we'll see how that goes. Anyway, moving on. The next one is the Nativity, and my progress for last month. I've kind of been disappointed with this because it just feels like the colors aren't drastically different enough. Like, I'm not sure if they're the right color choices for the pattern because they all just blend. They're too subtle. You almost have to see it in direct light to see that I'm even using different colors. It all just looks like one big black blob. But I'm still working on the sky, so I don't know, we'll see. But I did 3,232 stitches. Oh, and my overall stitches for Don't Starve together, I have done 12,088 stitches. So yay, I'm in the 10,000s. And I can see what my percentage of progress is real quick. This pattern keeper is amazing. I used it all paper with my cup head cross stitch, which was the first full coverage I've ever done and completed, and I did it all on paper, and that really sucked. So I really love this pattern keeper. Anyway, okay, so I'm at 17.71% completed on Don't Starve Together, and that's at 12,088 stitches. And then with the Nativity scene, I am at 6.25%, and I did 32.32 this month at overall 44.35. I only really started this in June. I mean, I did a little in July. I mean, not July, May. I did a little in May, and then see, in May I just did this little tiny bit, and then I really did a lot more in June. So, any case, this is where we're at right now. I see I have a needle sticking out of it because I was stitching this in the car. I must not have tied it off in the back. But anyway, so can you see? I mean, there's three colors here. Is 823, 939, and then 301 or 310. I mean, black. But it all looks like the same color because they're not. Like this right here is supposed to be a streak of lighter blue, but in this lighting it just looks like the same color. So the image has dull tones in it, so maybe it's just because the image isn't like very drastic colors, but next to something like my Zelda, it just doesn't seem like it's looks nice. I don't know, we'll see. I'll keep working on it. My plan, see, I'm kind of all over the place. So my plan for this one is I want to finish this section here. This is the 938 of doom, and then the 938 wraps around here too. So I'd like to finish this out. I'd like to finish this, you know, get the starve done, so Don't Starve, and then I just have to fill that in, start filling that in, and try to get her face done. That'd be cool, or do a lot of her face, so who knows. And then my plan for this one is, this is an angel wing right here. There we go. The angel wing is here and here, and then this is kind of like the top of the angel's head, so that's the first angel. And I want to get all this filled in and then just start working on this wings here. And my stitching goal for the Nativity for next month is 3,000. So that's the plan. Okay, I got a phone call, so I had to stop. It's about the school. Our school's doing 3 options. I guess they're doing, you can have the kids return to school, have them do like a web streaming of the class, or do a cyber school program. So we're going to try the cyber school program because I've been thinking of homeschooling them anyway, so wish me luck on that. Anyway, they both hate school, my middle too. But I'm hoping to motivate them and get them to read more. They don't hardly ever read. Okay, so my Legend of Zelda, I did a video about how I made it too short and how I fixed it. So I'm not going to get into the details of that, but I just wanted to show my progress. And I've been really just loving working on this because it's so colorful, and I really enjoy all the different colors and the drastic colors changes with all the blacks and the darks and the lights and all that. So here is where we're at with the Zelda. I did a little bit down here at my boo-boo spot, and then there's the bottom of the whole piece, so it's kind of exciting. I got the 2 corners. But my plan was to fill in this whole section, which I did. All this here is complete. The leaves here are complete. Next month I do want to fill this in, fill this in, fill this in, fill this in, just like all this, fill that all in, and then down here too. Just get those holes filled in, and then I want to start bringing it down this way and doing this side and getting this all filled in so that I have this whole top section done. That's of course I'm not going to do all that this month, but initially my goals for this month is just to get this all filled in and then start working on this part over here. So that's the plan. So I did 3,176 stitches. There was a lot of days that I didn't do a lot of stitches because it's a lot of filling in the holes, a lot of, just filling in all that detail work. So even though it took me 3 hours to work on it, I might have only done 50 stitches depending on the circumstance. But there was only 5 days that I didn't work on it for the whole month. So 3,176 stitches. I did so far a total of 7,276 stitches for the overall. And then my percentage on Pattern Keeper is 18.96%, so I'm almost at 19% complete. And my goal is 3,500, 3,500 for next month. So that's that. Now, I got two new starts. First of all, I know I've showed you this before. My plan was to put something behind this as far as cross stitching. And I found an Etsy store called 7 Dreams Shop on Etsy. I purchased a pattern of these, oh gosh, the glare, these little cactuses, and the one I chose to complete is this little guy. It was much deliberation but we decided on this guy. Let me see if I can, it might be easier to look at the pattern. This guy. So I'm going to finish him and put him behind that Love Grows here. And I have so far done the outline. I've done none of the color, just the outline. And if you notice, I messed up the eyes. The one is one row higher than the other. This is on an 18 count. I'm stitching it in hand because I gave all my hoops to my mom because I said I have Q-snaps now. I don't need my hoops. You can embroider with my hoops, and now I wish I kept one. But anyway, I'm just stitching in hand, and I don't know what happened. But anyway, it went up one, and so it's kind of derpy, but I kind of like it like that. It's a happy little accident, as they say in the world of Bob Ross. So I'm going to keep it. I'm going to keep it derpy. I could easily tear it out, you know, and redo it, but I'm keeping it. So anyway, so I just did the outline. I got to color it all in now. And my goal, I'm going to show it to you in print. My goal is to complete it. So I don't know. See? Plant complete. I guess, I don't know. I gotta put a lot of time on dedication to complete it. It's not that big though. But yeah, my goal is to complete this in August, hopefully, and then get it in its little frame. So I'll have that to show you at the end of the month. I also I got a sampler. I wanted to try out the samplers and actually really enjoy it. I got some of this great linen cloth from a yard sale my grandmother was having, and my grandmother gave it to me because it was kind of chewed up in some places, and my mom said, "You don't use that to cross stitch." Yes, you do. Anyway, so it's this kind of aged looking linen. It's really cool. And I wanted to try to do a sampler because everything I've done is full coverage for the most part, except Mr. Plant over here. And I wanted to try it, and I love it. I mean, it's a little different because you have to really focus on where the stitches are because it's 2/2 according to the instructions. But I really enjoy it, and the progress you make is so fast, so much faster than a full coverage. You know, I'm covering large sections as opposed to, you know, a square inch. So it's kind of fun. But anyway, I really liked the different stuff I saw from Blackbird Designs. So I picked this up off of eBay. It's Clara Ellen Anniversaries of the Heart, and it's a series of patterns. This is pattern number 8. There's this cute little house. And I'm actually gonna rework the whole thing. My hope was my brother in North Carolina just bought a home this year, so I wanted to kind of make this specifically for them as like a housewarming gift. And so instead of it saying Claire Ellen, I wanted it to say the Campbells, although that's a really long word and I don't think it's gonna fit. So I think I'm gonna make it say the Campbell home to give me that one S shorter. And this part here, I'm gonna have to probably slide over a little bit, and maybe move this to a different spot, slide this over to fit the Campbell because it's really long. So I'm making it my own. But then where this says, what does this say? 1918. It says 1918 here. I wanted to put the date that the house was built there, the house that they bought, and then down here This is 1301, I think. It might be the house number. I was going to put the year 2020, which is the year they purchased the house. So that was my plan. Anyway, this is what I've done so far with it. So I want to put Campbell Home. But yeah, so far I did, this is the whole, and it's kind of shifted in here. So that's the whole edge. That's going to be how big it is from here to here. And this is actually the end of it, because then down here the pattern changes. But I still have to do across the top in that pattern. And then I did 2 of the flowers. I really am loving the colors and how they work on this linen. Look at this linen. And I don't know if it was supposed to look like this. It might just be a natural patina from it sitting in an attic for 40 years, but it looks pretty gnarly. And it was free, yay. So it took me some practice to figure out how the stitching works, but I think it's really looking sharp now that I figured it out. So those are my 2 new starts. And with the progress I'm hoping to make on this, I'm hoping to get a lot of this part done, and to have it, the wording here, the Campbell Home, and then I'm going to just try to do these flowers right here. That's my plan for the month on that one. Those ones I don't often do at home. It's more when I'm on the go, because they're small, so it's easier for me to carry those little ones and work on them. Okay, now I have 2 new things I purchased. Make sure I got this floss from the thrift store, a whole case of floss for $1.50, and there was 22 colors in it I didn't have, so that was definitely worth it. It was all bobbinated, but I really filled this in now. And I have 2, so I still have some to wrap. I just can't keep up with wrapping them because I keep needing to get more colors. So I wanted to show you this scroll that I got, because I am almost ready to do a big piece, and I'm thinking this month I might start one. So, but I haven't ever used a scroll frame. You know, I've only been cross stitching for maybe 1.5 years now. So I never used a scroll frame. I didn't want to spend a lot of money on a high-end scroll frame, because I don't really have the money right now, but also because I'm not sure if I'm gonna like it. So I got this one used old-fashioned. They said, I guess on the auction on eBay, it said it's from the 80s, 1984 or roundabouts. But this is an old scroll frame that I got for $25. So you can't clip the fabric on. You have to pin it. I'm gonna have to pin it with tacks. So it's a little different, a little primitive, but at least it can get me started, and I'll see how I feel about the whole thing. And then I got this lovely, wait, let me read the description. I have it pulled up here. It was a purchase I made on eBay. Obviously, I'm a big eBayer, more so than Amazon. I'm just old school, and I've always been shopping on eBay. So it's Easy Count Lugana 25 count Zweig even weave fabric. That's what I got. And I like this because it's softer than Ida, which is all I've been really using. Aside from that linen, I've only been using Ida cloth, and this is so much softer. And it's gridded, which I've never done before, as you can see. That's actually come back to bite me a couple times. I just figured with something really complex, I wanted to do something on gridded cloth, and also just to try it, to see if it's that much easier, if I'd want to continue to use it. So all I did with it, this is a pretty big piece. I think it says 4 inches longer than the piece I'm interested in working on, which is 18 by 22, and this is like 20 by 28, I think, something like that. But anyway, so it's gonna be a little long. I'm not cutting it though, because I'm not making that mistake again. But I just taped it off to keep it from fraying. And then today I'm gonna put it in here and await a paycheck that I can use to get my next pattern, which I will reveal next month once I get it set up and started, so I have something to show you. So that is all actually for me this month. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.